All right, so this is an example of a non-mutually exclusive problem. So here's the question. A survey at a European student conference shows that 169 spoke Italian, 143 spoke German, 111 spoke Dutch. Also, 77 spoke Italian and Dutch, 99 spoke German and Italian, 58 spoke Dutch and German, and 35 spoke all three. So what we have to do here is use a Venn diagram to explain where all the information that was given to us. So first thing we want to do is label each circle. So we know we have three languages, so let's write those down. So we have Italian, we have Dutch, and we have German. Actually, let me switch these around. So they're in order. All right. German, and we got Dutch. All right, so also we want to write down the quantities of all the languages, of how many people spoke it. So here we have 169 total, we have 143 total, and then we have 111 total, just so we know. All right, so I went ahead and summarized all the information. So here, in a simpler version, it says here, so 169 total students spoke Italian, 143 total students spoke German, and 111 total speak Dutch. So here's when they start connecting. So we know 77 speak Italian and Dutch, 99 speak German and Dutch, and 58 speak Dutch and German, and 35 speak all three. So when we're doing problems like this, we want to start with the quantity that intersects with all three. So in this case, it is 35. So this number goes in here because it connects with all three languages. So it's saying that 35 spoke all three languages. All right, now the way to do these problems also is go from the inside of the circle and work outwards. That's the way to do it. So let's start with Italian and Dutch. Yeah, so let's start with Italian and Dutch. So we know that 77 speak Italian and Dutch. So where's the intersection between Italian and Dutch? It's right here. This right here is the intersection between Italian and Dutch. So we know that everything inside here has to equal to 77. Since we already know that there's 35 here, for 35 that spoke all three, we have to find a difference that equals to 77. So I'm going to grab my calculator here and see 77 minus 35, that's 42. So we know that this number in here is 42. So just to reach it, this has to equal to 77, and let's see if it does. 42 plus 35 equals 77. So we got that part of it correct. All right, now let's just check it off that we did it right. All right, now let's do spoke German and Italian. Okay, let's see. So 99 speak German and Italian. So let's find the two circles, the intersection. So German and Italian, German and Italian. So we know that 99 speak German and Italian. So we know that this part of the circle right here has to equal to 99 because it's the intersection between Italian and German. So how do we find that? We do 99 minus 35, and that equals 64. There it is on my calculator again. 99 minus 35, 64. All right. So we got that aspect of the circle done, so we can check that off. Okay, now we have Dutch and German. So we know that 58 spoke Dutch and German, so we'll put that there. 58. So we know that this part of the Venn diagram equals 58. So how do we find that? So we do 58 minus 35 equals 23. So then we put 23 in there, and just to recheck, so we do 35 plus 23, and that equals 58. So we got that part correct. Okay, so we got all of these correct. We handled this aspect of the business. So now we have to find what the gaps that are left here. We have to fill in the rest of the circle. Okay, so we know, let's start with Italian. So we know that there's 169 people that speak Italian. And we already found, so that means it's all this. Let me highlight it. Part of the circle, all the people that spoke Italian are all here. So we know there's 169. And we also know that there was 42 that spoke Italian and Dutch, 35 that spoke all three, and 64 that spoke Italian and German. So all of these have one thing. So we know that all the numbers in here should add up to 169. So let's see how many people we have so far. So we have 42 plus 35 plus 64. That equals 141. So we know we're still missing a bit to get to 169. So that bit that we're missing is the students that only spoke Italian. So we'll do 169 minus 141. That equals 28. So we know that 28 only spoke Italian. So then we want to recheck that we have all these numbers equal 169. So we'll do 28 plus 42 plus 35 plus 64. All right, at 169. We finished this, and we did this Italian circle, and we did it correct. All right, so check that off. It's checked off. All right, now we will do the 143 that spoke German. So you know 143 spoke German, and so far we know that we have 64 plus 35 plus 23. We have 122 here. So we know that this whole circle equals to 143, and so far we only have 122 people. And the bit that we're missing is the people that only speak German. So now we have to do 143 minus 122 to find a difference, which is 21. So we know that only 21 speak German, and now we have the whole 143 students. So now we'll check again. 64 plus 35 plus 23 is 122, plus the last 21, 143. So we got German circle correct. Finish that one, and now we'll finish off the Dutch. So we know 111 if total students speak Dutch. So we already have 42, 35, and 23. So 42 plus 35 plus 23 is equals 100. So we know we're still missing that bit of the students that only spoke Dutch. So now we will have to find them. We'll do 111 minus 100, and that equals 11 students. So again, just to make sure that all this circle adds up to the 111 Dutch students, we will do 42 plus 35 plus 23 plus 11, and that should equal 111 students. So there we go. We've finished the Venn diagram, and we've explained all the information that was summarized in here. Alright, so now that we've finished the Venn diagram, we can answer some of these questions that are below. So first question, how many only spoke Italian? It's pretty easy. We just look at the Italian circle and see the number that is all by itself, not connected to anything. So 28 spoke only Italian. Okay, next question. How many spoke only German? Again, we look at the German circle, see the number that is isolated, therefore only 21 spoke German. Alright, now, last question. How many total students were surveyed? So we're going to have to add up every single number here, and then that should get us the answer. So that would be 28 plus 64 plus 35 plus 21 plus 42 plus 23 plus 11. So equal 64 plus 35, 1 plus 42 plus 23 plus 11. Therefore, there was 124 total students surveyed.